Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Harmony One. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we do have a major Fibonacci retracement set up over here from the swing high printed all the way back in October of 2021, and the swing low is down here in June of 2021. And we retraced all the way down below the 1.618, which was our technical target. So this was your major entry. And since then, you've already done 130% move to the upside. Then you had a pullback. And from that pullback in March, you had another 60 or 70% move to the upside. And now we're pulling back down a little. We've discussed all of these Fibonacci levels, all of these support levels in the previous updates. So make sure you watch those if you haven't, and then come back to this one so that you have more context. So let's take a look at the current situation. So immediately what we can do is take a trend line here and extend it over these two local highs. As you can see, there is a resistance level here that is keeping us down, and we're getting rejected every single time we hit this yellow resistance trend line. This happened back here in February. This happened at the end of February. And this happened once again in April. And we're pulling back down towards the 20 EMA. So I would say this is a good dollar cost averaging area. You can also take a look at the yellow support trend, or the white support trend line, I should say, that is sitting right at 0.022149. So this is a previous resistance level that we retested back in November. Then we came back down here, broke above it, failed to hold it as support. Then we broke above it again. And hopefully this time around, we can hold it as support. As you can see, the 55 EMA is around that area as well. So this red line is the 55 EMA. So if you end up losing the 20 EMA here, you might come back all the way down to the 55 and bounce off the white trend line here before eventually you start moving up. So that's something that you can take a look at. Of course, if you still don't have a position in Harmony One, I would say you can start dollar cost averaging from the 20 EMA all the way down here to this purple support block. Now, talking about this purple support block, it is set up between 0.0170 cents down to 0.0158 cents. And we were targeting this support block for entries back in March when we were sitting over here in February, overextended. I was talking about this support block and I told you that this would be a good entry. Now, from the bottom of that support block, we already made a 64% move to the upside. So this was a very good area to dollar cost average into Harmony One. We did see another bounce before that in January. We saw a bounce back in October last year, in actually twice, and once in July last year. So this purple support block is a major block that we need to hold as support. So to be honest with you, I would not even mind if we came back down there once again, retested it, and came back up. But we really don't want to be in this pattern for a long while, because as you can see, if I extend this over here and we take it all the way down, you can see that we're having some sort of a descending pattern here. So a descending triangle where you're constantly hitting a lower high, but you're coming back down to this horizontal support and you end up breaking down from such a pattern. Typically, that is what happens. And with a target to the downside from such a pattern, in this case, would be from the top over here all the way down to the bottom. And from there, you could target a move to the downside, potentially retesting this December 2022 local low, which is currently sitting at 0.0095 cents, roughly 1 cent basically. So hopefully this doesn't play out, because we really don't want to be looking at a descending triangle here, not at this point in time. The only thing we want to be doing is breaking above the yellow trend line, but that doesn't mean that we can't come back here one more time and have that move to the upside. If we end up breaking to the upside immediately, you have the 1.272 as a resistance at 0.02685. That's exactly the level that we retraced to back in February, back in July last year, and back in June last year as well. So that is a major resistance level as well. We also have a golden resistance block above us, as you can see. So this is a pretty major one, and it consists of a few touches here. So we have the touch back in June of 2021. We have the back test of resistance here in February of 2021. And then we have another back test of support here in May of 2022. So you end up pulling back down from there. You lose it. You back test it as resistance even here in August last year. And then you absolutely capitulate to the 1.618 on the fib. So what could end up happening is that we make our way back here into the golden resistance block, and then we see a pullback from there with hopefully a higher low to follow that. So we need to continue printing these higher lows and higher highs. So hopefully that's something that we can expect. The fact that we did not break this August high here with this impulsive move to the upside in February was quite negative. I did not really like that. A lot of altcoins did, some of them didn't. So hopefully with this next impulsive move to the upside, we managed to get into the support block. And to be honest with you, holding it as support and just consolidating in this support block would be perfect, because this would absolutely show us that this is our new support block right now. And this is where we're going to be building a new foundation. And from there, we can start moving to the upside. And hopefully all of this can be a fever dream or, a good buying opportunity, depending on how you look at things. But definitely right now, this is still a good area to dollar cost average, because this is exactly where we were sitting in June once we had the pullback on June 17th. So after this massive pullback, a lot of people wished they had some money to enter into Harmony 1. Right now you're sitting at the exact same level, and I would assume that a lot of you have some money and you're planning to enter the market. So Harmony 1 right now looks like a good entry. Taking a look at the daily RSI, as you can see, we're running into the white trend line once again. So if you did buy from this golden support block, you could have taken profits at the white trend line, and now you could be waiting for another pullback. Now the next pullback could have a move all the way down here towards the light blue trend line. So we had multiple touches off this trend line as resistance, as well as a couple of fake outs. Of course, no one's denying that, but this doesn't mean that this trend line cannot act as a support once we have broken above it. So we can come back down to this trend line, have a bounce from there, and maybe have another impulsive move to the upside. Hopefully that is what we're going to be looking at. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we get into the video, I quickly want to mention Apex One AI. So this is a very interesting project that is based on AI technology and allows you to farm using crypto pairs. So they already have a platform out. They have their website, which we're on right now. The team is fully transparent, and some of the features are farming using artificial intelligence, using cryptocurrency pairs. You have liquidity pools, you have DeFi involved. You can take a look at their white paper, and if you want to take a look at their team, all of that is available on the website. And they also have a native token out already called Apex. And here is how the platform looks. The website is very well designed, as well as the platform. It is easy to navigate. As you can see, if you go to Apex AI, you have farming, you have yield farming, and you have some of the new features that they're developing using the AI technology. So if you go to wallets, it's very easy to deposit and exchange cryptocurrencies using their application. So feel free to take a look at the link down below in the description. You can sign up using that. And if you have any more questions regarding the project, you can refer to the video that I made earlier, which is a full review of this platform. Now let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, first off, I want to ask you guys if the white background is okay. If you don't like it, we can switch it over to the black one. And this is the new chart that I'm going to be using at charts.cointrader.pro, because the Binance charts seem to clear off all the cache or all the cookies and all the savings that I have, all the chartings and all the drawings, which is annoying because I have to redo everything. And I just don't have enough time to do that every few weeks. So what I'm doing is I have an account here, and everything's going to be saved on this exchange, or this platform, I should say. So if you don't like the white background, I can change it to the black one again, and we could have a similar one to the one that we use right now. So just let me know what you think of this background, and if it's too much on the eyes, just let me know. We'll switch things around. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart here, obviously we have a Fibonacci retracement from the bear market low, or our supposed bear market low, to the bull market high back in January 2022. And our 1.618 target right now is sitting at $3.06.5. But for some people, and even for me, I think that would be a bit too much. So what we can do is we can target the 1.414. That's going to be a more logical target, a more conservative target, so to speak. And from the bottom of our bear market here, assuming this is the bottom, of course, we are looking at that could be 15,000% to the upside. So even that could be a bit too much. So let's see what other targets we might have. We could be looking at the 1.272, which is the minimal target, and that would be just below 9,000%. Seems like doable within this bull market, of course. If we take a look at this low in March of 2020 and the high that we printed there, that was a 19,000% move to the upside in a year and a half. So definitely things like this could happen. So 90 cents is going to be your major target here, your minimal target, after breaking above the all-time high price. The next target would be the 1.414 at $1.50. Obviously, I'm not saying that we're not going to get to the 1.618. I'm just saying that that's a bit too much. And if you want to leave some coins for that area, you can do that, of course. But if I was taking profits after buying in here, I would definitely be looking at $1 and $1.50 for my major take profit zones. So that's something that I would be doing. I don't have any Harmony One, to be honest with you. That's not an altcoin that I hold, although I do hold quite a few. Harmony's not one of them. Now, the support block that we have here on the chart, the green one, is set from the 0.017 price down to 0.013 cents. So this is a support block that we back tested here in March. We were also targeting this. If we see another capitulation, a flash crash, really any black swan event, we could come back down here, get sent to the support block, and then we have another move to the upside. The red resistance block above us is something that we have retested multiple times, so we're having trouble breaking above it. The more you retest a level, the more chances you have of breaking above. So hopefully with this next attempt, we could break above it and back test it as support. And let's quickly jump into the RSI here on the weekly chart. So we did see a back test of support here in February. Nice area to hold us as support. We can even maybe draw this back down here, just like that. So this is a support block where I would be accumulating a lot of tokens, especially if I don't have any Harmony tokens and I'm looking to get into the project, because this area is a massive demand area, because as you can see, this was a resistance level here, and every single time you come back down to the lower part of the support block, you seem to have a boost to the upside or a bounce. Now, we did get this pullback here. Obviously, we dropped down below here, and this was a very good buying opportunity. Hopefully some of you managed to buy these cheap prices, because obviously then we had this massive move to the upside, and now hopefully we can consolidate in this support block here and move to the upside. If we see any sort of capitulations, like I said, the lower support block here is going to be something that we can target with these local highs as our points of contact of the support block. So that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know what are your long-term targets, and I'm gonna see you in the next update. Goodbye.